What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Masters of the Retroverse. That's right. 3 weeks in a row, pal.
Oh, we're cooking with Crisco.
We're back on track, I think, though.
trying to get there.
Yeah, it's been tough especially with the holidays and stuff. So how was your Christmas/birthday, buddy?
Oh, it was freaking awesome, man. I got some weird package in the mail with a whole bunch of X-Men stuff in it and an empty bottle that I needed filled.
Yeah, I know. I really wanted to send that bottle full, but dude, I got to figure out a way around that.
No, I appreciate it. We got another package today, though.
Did you?
Yeah, something for Dana from your wife.
Oh, you got that already? Damn.
Yeah.
Well, with the holidays and everything, she didn't have time to get it sent out, so I think she sent it out. God, it was what is today? Today's Saturday, I think. Well, it's probably Wednesday. I think Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick. Hell of a lot faster than Amazon these days. Jesus.
Yeah, and her bottle was full.
What'd she get? I don't even know what she got.
A little freaking wine, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It maybe because it wasn't open. You probably couldn't send a growler unless it's like.
I would be worried about it cracking open, because they don't like press the lids on. He just screws the lid on and hands it to you.
Yeah.
But also too, if that thing was full, it probably would have cost double in shipping.
Right?
That'd have been heavy, dude.
That would have been heavy as hell, dude. The biggest,
yeah, it's like 64 ounces or something like that, I think. So it's a heavy bitch.
Yeah, dude, that thing is huge, man.
Yeah,
that's a huge bitch.
So what else did you get, man? What else did you get for your birthday,
dude? I can't. Okay, so the main birthday present that I got, all right, it was the Oculus Rift, which I've had for a little bit. I've had for a while. So I've had that, and I don't know if we actually even talked about it on the show. Have we?
We did talk about it 2 episodes ago.
Okay.
Well, we talked about it briefly.
Yeah. So, I've had it for over a month now. So, not a month. Was it November? Yeah, it was November. I got it, and dude, I'm absolutely in love with that thing. Like, it's so immersive. Like, it puts you there. Like, I think I said, yeah. Now I'm having flashbacks of the episode, the outer space one where you're grabbing and pulling yourself up and all that stuff. But there's been so many more new games that I've actually got to play with it, and I'm not even like. I know that's how you and I met, was playing video games, but dude, I've been a console player my whole life, pretty much.
Yeah.
When it came to computer gaming, I was like, no, I'm good.
Well, I've tried it a few times too, with like 7 Days and a couple other games, and I just can't get the whole keyboard and mouse aspect of it. I just don't understand. It's just not natural for me.
Right.
Because growing up, that's all I played. You had the Nintendo, you had the Sega, you had the Super Nintendo. You had all these consoles and computer games. Yeah, we had some shitty computer games, but nothing real major.
Yeah.
But, like, these guys are hardcore World of Warcraft and shit.
PC Master Race. Blah.
Like I've known guys that like, dude, all they do literally is sit and play World of Warcraft. Like it's a huge thing. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's lots of people that I've met that can sit there and play, like, get off of work at 4:30 and like they're playing until like 1 a.m. And you're like, how in the hell are you up so long, dude? How are you doing this? I can't do that.
No, I take that shit very seriously too.
Right? It's insane, dude, how they get into stuff and wind up playing it like for hours on end.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of games, so there's like a thing that you can get, like the Steam controller. I'm sure you've heard of that, right?
Oh yeah. So, yeah, but you're still limited. Like I can use my Xbox controller if I'm doing it on a PC,
right.
But you still lose some of the functions.
Right.
Like you still have to use the keyboard for certain shit. It was really weird.
Like your hotkeys and shit like that to pull up your menus and all that crap. And it's like, dude, I can't remember what fucking button I'm supposed to push.
Right.
Did I put underwear on today? Like, you want me to remember what button I pushed? Hell no, I didn't put underwear on today.
Yeah, no shit. Did you get any good retro stuff though?
So from you, I got some retro stuff.
No, I'm not talking about from me. I'm talking about
up there behind me. You can't really see it, but up there behind me, let's see. Can you? I can't see what it's doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. There's a He-Man lunchbox up there. You see it? Behind me on top of the TV. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, next to the Deadpool.
Yeah, next to the Deadpool helmet.
Yeah.
So I got that. I got that from Jennifer and Rusty Mears for my birthday. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. Barely. But it has a thermos in it, and I showed it on our page, and like 3 people watched that video. That video was really cheesy. Like I don't know. I just did it real quick because I got some other stuff that didn't go along with my birthday, but I got Rotar. So
nice.
So he's one of the grail pieces now I have over there. He's in the push-up position right there in my masters. So now I have a few grail pieces that I need some accessories for and stuff like that. I got the GI Joe book from you with the record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then what else did I get that was vintage? Shit, dude. I haven't been getting a lot of vintage stuff. I got this book from you. Damn, dude, you've been spoiling me.
Oh, it's the book we talked about on the 2 shows ago.
Yeah, so the Ernest Cline, the importance of being earnest.
Yeah, so you texted me when you got it, and we were kind of talking about it. But tell me again, what's in the book? Like what's it about?
So a while back there's a whole bunch of he calls them slam poems and shit like that, but they don't rhyme. They're not. I guess it's a hipster thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how old is Ernest Cline? I thought he's our age. Like, why is he acting like a hipster?
Maybe a little bit older, but yeah, still, he wasn't. I don't think he was born in the 60s or anything.
No, I think he's definitely born in the 70s. I think he's like close to, because he grew up in the 80s just like we did.
Yeah.
Like he grew up in the 80s just like us. Like everything that he says and does in this thing, he's just like it's freaking awesome. But he ends up like he's out of work writer pretty much, essentially. He started writing slam poems and started reading them, all this stuff. And at the start of the book, like one of the very first things, it's the story, it's called When I Was a Kid. So it was on Facebook and all that crap a long time. You know, the old people's app that everybody go to that we're actually on live now, supposedly. Like this is an old, like we need to be on Snapchat.
Right. Yeah. Right. Facebook. Yeah.
You know, TikTok.
Yeah. Right.
Some stupid shit. Like why? Like kids got to run away from us. Like, I don't know. That's a whole nother subject. But anyways, but it just says when I was a kid, you know, technology and all that stuff. I don't know if you read it when I sent it to you. It's not long, but to read it on a cell phone when I did.
Yeah, I didn't really read it.
It's only like 3 pages, but he just talks about all the things like when I was a kid, blah, blah, blah. You didn't have it tough and all that shit. We only had 20 channels was a, I'm sure you had cable, but we only got like 20 channels on one screen. And no on-screen menu. You had to look through the TV guide. Like, yeah, his stories are just like they're pretty awesome like that. They just go into things. But I guess that one went viral on the Facebook a while back. So yeah. So the Book of Face, and earlier on, like 2000, that's like 2008, I think it was. I don't know without reading it again real quick, but. Yeah, so that's Ernest Cline's like first thing before he became a published author, and then he came out with Ready Player One and then The Armada, and The Armada is actually really good. Like this book, if you haven't read it yet, like you should probably get on it. Like it's a pretty good book.
I haven't, but I've actually downloaded it on my Audible app. Yeah, dude. So like back when I what was I think it was Ready Player One, so it was like back in the summertime when that came out. I wanted to go through the book again.
Yeah.
So I did the Audible thing and did the free trial, and I guess I forgot to cancel it. And I just happened to be, so it's been like 6 months, and I'm like flipping through my banking stuff one morning, looking at it, and it says it's like $10 or $15 charge from Audible. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I went on there. Sure enough, I still had an account, but I had like, I guess every month you get a free book. So I got like 6 books for free. I was like, I'm going to download them before I cancel it, so that way at least I get my money's worth out of them.
Yeah. So yeah, Armada is a real good story too. So if you get a chance, it's still read by Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
So I guess in Ernest Cline in the forward of, so in the importance of being earnest in the forward of this, right? It tells you about how you're like, well, how come Will Wheaton's such a prominent figure in this guy's life, like for all this stuff? Well, Will Wheaton's the one that fucking got this guy going, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Will Wheaton's like pretty much pulled him out and was like, hey, we need to publish your short stories, your slam poems, and put them in a book. And then he's like, well, this is part of the main staple of why he was the president and the other guy was the vice president of the Oasis. Like,
that's awesome.
There's a whole bunch of little tidbits to his life and like what like the things that fucking happened in here and like what bring you to what. That was the introduction. So yeah, he grew up in Austin, Texas, and he goes all that stuff. Let me see here. Urban Dictionary. Where's the fucking Will Wheaton Porsche? Yeah, nerd porn auteur. Where the fuck is the Will Wheaton piece at? But yeah, it just talks about all that stuff, like why he was a So the high point of my new internet persona fame came back while a geek icon, Will Wheaton, discovered my slam recordings and posted a link to them on his popular website, FARC, which helped me sell hundreds of books and CDs. A few years later, Cory Doctorow did the same thing. Same thing when he posted a link to Nerd Porn Auteur on the immensely popular geek website Boing Boing. In fact, those are the reasons why I would later make Cory Doctorow and Will Wheaton president and vice president of the future internet in my novel Ready Player One.
That's badass. Yeah.
What's up, Mike Delaney?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
But yeah, dude, this book is great. Like, it gives you little tidbits of knowledge into the guy's life, you know, like to how he got to where he is and what he's doing and all that stuff. So
very cool, man. Very cool.
So talking Ready Player One and bringing us forward into the future now, boom, we're talking about the Oculus.
Boom. The Oculus and the Oasis and that crazy Call of Duty game you got or whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, so I mentioned something about it in chat because Mike's here, and I actually recorded some footage and some audio. You have audio with me and all that stuff. It's only about maybe a minute long, but yeah, it's pretty freaking sweet. You actually hear the footsteps running left or right. You hear the gunshots left and right. Like everywhere you look, like you're looking, you aim up at the sky or whatever. Like when you're walking forward. It's all that. The only thing I have problems with is running. Motu Joe. So yeah. So, the Oculus has been like a freaking amazing thing. So I have this 30-second clip if you guys want to see it. So yeah. So let me
roll that beautiful bean.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Here it comes. I'm gonna get this guy. There's always a guy fucking up. Oh shit. Hold on. Turn the fuck around, dude. You're welcome. Yeah, so that's that.
That
is that.
Pretty badass, dude. That's cool as shit.
So yeah, so like you didn't get to see like the main things. So it's probably not the greatest example of the stuff, but so like you can actually like you look down at your chest and you see the magazines on your chest, you see the grenades, the knife.
So is that how you reload? You actually have to reach and grab them?
Dude, yeah, I probably should have shown that a little bit better, but yeah, like no shit. So you put the weapon forward and you hit your B button, like you're hitting the fucking magazine ejection, right?
Yeah.
The magazine falls out of the fucking weapon.
Oh, that is so
and
cool.
Then you take your other hand, you look down at your chest, right? And this is where it pisses me off, dude. So there's a little bit of a glitch in the thing. So you grab your magazine, right? And you put it back in there and you rack your charging handle back. Like you put your charging handle back, locks in, click in the front, you grab the rifle, you have two hands out in front of you like you're grabbing the fucking rifle. So the point that the problem falls is every time I've grabbed a magazine, dude, I can reach up and around and grab the fucking magazine from like over here. And for some reason, I keep on grabbing my knife, my K-bar. But my K-bar, it's like over here. So it's early access. And for it being early access, it's still a really great game.
What's the game called?
So it's Contractors VR.
Okay.
So yeah, but then there's other ones out there too that are awesome, like The Forest. The Forest is awesome. I watched some of the footage today, and I think like when we're done, I might actually just pony up a couple bucks and buy it. But
You said it was like 7 days.
yeah, dude. So you like no shit, get a hatchet, like you cut down trees, you get wood, you run around, you're in an airplane at the start, right? And you crash on this island or something. I don't know too much about the story. But you can play it with like me and you could play it, or like I don't know how many players can play it because PC can have a lot of players on there. But like you actually get more people, you get more people coming in, and you can set up, you can build a base just like in 7 days. But like at nighttime, it gets really fucking creepy, dude. So like the Oculus has perfect surround sound. So like if somebody's out in the woods and they're like, "We're coming to get you," you're like, "What the fuck, dude?" You know, because you can like hear it, or little giggles like,
Oh, dude, that creeped me the fuck out.
You're at a campfire, dude, especially by yourself. If you're not with like you or somebody else, like you can play it and not have VR. So it's a non-VR game too. But like we were talking about earlier, dude, I hate doing controller shit, especially when it's first person.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's, you know, like I don't know, like the parameters of, if you sit there and think about it, now instead of getting attacked because they know they can only hit you from the front, right?
Yeah.
What up, Joe? They can only hit you from the front, but it's not exactly it's what am I trying to say? You have that 130 degree because it's not 180 because you can't see your flanks. You still got to turn left and turn right on the controller to get that full 180 with a TV screen. When you're in the Oculus, it's like, dude, they're coming from any fucking direction. Like straight up, you're like, oh my God, he's in the tree and he's jumping down.
Oh my God, dude.
Like you have to listen. So you're listening, you get like that tingly feeling about something behind you. Like I played duck season. Oh my God, dude. The spin on, like I should have recorded some of my deal from duck season. So it's a take on the original Duck Hunt from Mario, right?
Can you shoot the dog?
You get an achievement if you don't shoot the dog because like I don't want to spoil it. So if you do get an Oculus, but like the game's pretty fucked up. So all the aggression that you had on that dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
All that aggression you had on that dog when you were a kid, like shooting at it, and he's just giggling because you missed a duck. You're like, motherfucker! You wanted to shoot him, right? So this dog, and fuck it, I'm going to tell you, ends up being a serial killer. So like it
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. Like you're playing the game, dude. And like you're playing the game, like you get set in this retro living room. You get set in this retro living room. You look down, you got two games there. It's Triple Tiger or something, Triple I Tiger or something like that. And then there's Duck Season, right? Because it starts out, mom came home and she's like, I got you Duck Season. She's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Weird ass commercials with like fucking redneck weirdos and stuff like that. Like, I can't even give this justice. Like this, I can't. Like you
have to do it live, dude. I want to see it,
dude. I will do it live, but it's 8 levels, and if I just play the game, it probably about 30-40 minutes. So yes, they are shorter games, but like you can go back, and then the other cartridges that are on the ground, right? It makes the game longer. Like Hidden Tiger or whatever it is, Triple I Tiger. Like you can take out Duck Season and put that in, and like there's this combination of three guys. And you have to know like what, like rock, paper, scissors, but it's kick, punch, and trip, right? And if the last one comes out and he's throwing a punch on the first levels, you got to do a high kick. So you'd high kick him because that beats the punch, right?
Okay.
Or a trip. I can't remember. Like it says, remember your training, like because it sits there for a couple minutes and lets you like figure out like what does what. And with the gun, because everything's with the gun, you got to shoot it, right? And you shoot the fucking one that you want him to do, the little karate guy on the screen. And then if you fail, it knocks you down. And then you have power bars that go a certain amount of distance. Then whoever has the most power, well, whoever loses their power first dies. And then there's another game. There's another game on there. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a take on Super Mario Brothers, right? and there's like electric panels and shit, but like it looks like Super Mario's. He runs on the screen from left to right, just like a 2D side scroller, and you shoot the screen to make him jump. So like Mario Run.
Oh, okay.
So you shoot the screen to make him jump. He jumps, and like you can't hit shit, and he can only get hit like twice, and then he dies. So, but the whole point is you need to beat all these games to unlock all the trophies within the world of the duck season game itself. And as you do stuff, you unlock certain achievements. Like shit falls out of the sky when you're in the room. You're like, after you come out of the duck season game, shit falls down from the sky. Like I got an action figure, and then a commercial for that action figure popped up on the screen. Like it was like Action Wolf or some shit, and he had like a crossbow, and he had a wolf head over his regular head, all his shit. And I was looking at him, dude, he's great detail. But you like get action figures. There's pizza on the floor. Your mom's like, "Hey honey, have you seen that kitchen knife?" And you're like, at first you're like, "What? Why are you asking me about a kitchen knife? You know, the big one." Oh my God. So, and then you're in the game, and then you come out of the game, and you're staring at the TV, and you see yourself on the TV. You're like, "What the fuck?" And then you look to the right because you can see yourself from the right. So you look to the right, and the dog's sitting there with a fucking video camera.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, and they disappear.
That's crazy. So that's the actual game, though.
That's the actual game. Yeah. So there's little cutscenes inside of all these things that just go freaking insane.
Damn, that's genius, dude. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, because you know how everybody hated that dog. Everybody hated it because like, why are you laughing at me? You know, and all this stuff. And then the end of the game, it just like one of the last rounds or whatever, you're like shooting all the ducks, right? And you get this creepy feeling like you're being watched, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck they do it, dude, but like I just got a creepy feeling. So that's like it's so weird that the Oculus can do that. Like you get a creepy feeling, and I had like something on the back of my neck told me to turn around, right? And I turn around, and as I turn around, I look and I see myself, right? The kid, he's holding the zapper at the gun or at the TV because I'm inside of the TV when I'm actually playing the game. And
holy shit.
You're a guy holding the shotgun. So it's like, cha, 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 shooting his fucking ducks, right? So I was like, what the fuck? I'm going to turn around. And like you look at shit, like the bushes are all cardboard with tape. Like, turning around, the bushes that you see on the video screen are all cardboard with tape on the backside. Because, you know, you never knew how they did graphics before that. Anyways, so you turn around, you see him, and you look up, and the dog's standing behind the kid. You're like, what the fuck? And then you magically leave the game after that. After you see him, because it's like round after round, because like that's why I got the creepy feeling, right? So every other time I played 1 or 2 rounds, and I'd leave the game. Like I didn't lose, I just left the game, and I'd end up back in the living room as the kid. Like I ate lunch, or I watched a commercial or a movie or whatever he did. And so he turned around, the dog's there, and I was like, what the fuck? I came out of the game, and all the lights are off in the room. It's nighttime, and I'm standing there. I'm like, what the fuck? And
oh my God.
Yeah, I'm looking down. The TV's doing the poltergeist shit. It's not doing it. It's just like, and that's all the light that's in the room is from the TV. Hey, Gunner. And so I turn around, and I keep turning around, and like it's all dark in the kitchen. I can't see in the kitchen, and all of a sudden the light turns on, right? And there's my mom in a pile of blood and guts, dude. Like,
oh my God,
dude, yeah,
that's dark, dude. Holy shit.
The fucking so at the start of the game, like there's a news report that pops up, and it's like, family disappears in tri-state area. Do more at 10. Now for your weather. Hey Joe, how's it looking today? Like you're like, what the fuck? Just a little like shit going on throughout the normal day. It's just insane, dude. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's duck season. The Oculus Rift, it's absolutely amazing, dude. Like to actually immerse yourself in this thing. Like you've seen some of the other stuff that we've posted on the page, or you've seen just scrolling through Facebook, like the Emu VR. Like, yeah, I got my sheets. I actually found on the internet. I was like, I need Felix the cat sheets because I had Felix the cat sheets when I was a kid. Sue me. Anyways, so I found a picture of it on Pinterest, right? So I took that picture, cropped it out, did my thing, put it into Photoshop, added a texture layer, transferred the JPEG to PNG, and put it on my bed, and then boom, hey Dana. So
damn, that's crazy. You can do that, dude.
So now I have that. I'm just waiting, dude. Like these guys have done so much. Like the VR community. Like in the past couple of days, I got on some VR community pages, like VR ops, and like with that clip I just showed earlier, with me running and gunning. So, well, some of you guys know my background, so like, but that makes me feel at home. So it was absolutely like, especially if I get some of the guys that I was in with, like that would be therapeutic to me.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that would be good.
Because we're still communicating, we're still doing what we need to do. You know what I mean? But it's
right
in our world, and it's awesome.
It's like old times,
right?
That's good. Yeah, that's cool as shit. We got Dana on. Hey. All right, well, getting on with the meat and potatoes of the show here. You and I both went today and watched the Aquaman, not together, but we both did watch the Aquaman movie, and I don't know. I got a lot to say, but yet nothing at all about it. So I don't really get what the fucking hype was. I mean, other than Jason Momoa.
Yeah. So like that's the first thing. Like I went and checked on our neighbor. Our neighbor had some car troubles, right? And she was stranded. So our other neighbor was helping her out. Aquaman was too long. It was 2 hours and 38 minutes of my life. I'm not going to get back, Mike.
Yes.
So like Gunner's watching too. He was in here on my lap just a minute ago. But so Aquaman, the whole hype behind Aquaman, I think, is the fact that Jason Momoa, however you say his name, chicks dig him. And there's like, what is there, 3 women to every man or some shit like that, so they outnumber us 3 to 1.
Yeah.
So they can make it real popular real quick.
Yeah, Mike Delaney says Aquaman was too long. Yeah, I agree. I sat there, dude. I honestly, if I didn't have my wife, my kids with me, I probably would have just walked out. It was that bad. I would rather watch the Fantastic Four 100 times than watch that movie again.
Yeah,
it was just bad. Like the acting was bad. The dialogue, dude. The dialogue was terrible. And like, how many jump scare explosions can you have in one movie? Like, why do you need 5 or 6 of them? Like 1 or 2, okay, yeah, that's cool. It was awesome. Anything more than that is just overdoing it.
Yeah, it was very freaking entertaining in that aspect. So the whole storyline, I got the storyline. It was cut and dry. It was very simple. It was put forth in a fact that a kid could understand it, right?
Yeah.
Django Fett. Yeah, right. I was like, I've seen this guy. Where have I seen this guy before? Django Fett. That's right, Mike.
Oh, that was his dad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't catch that.
Yeah. And you ever notice how the Atlanteans are like fucking super tall?
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman just towered him.
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't even really good in that movie, and I like her as an actress.
Well, she didn't have a lot, so we're good. But did you notice how much of their storyline they stole from National Treasure?
I never thought about it. No.
From Sierra.
Yeah.
Fucking Matthew McConaughey could have played a better I'm sorry.
Dude, was it just me, or did Nicole Kidman, like at the end of the movie, and spoilers by the way, like the fish outfit thing she was wearing looked like fucking Hordak?
Yeah, she kind of did. Honestly, she looked like those things in the what the fuck they call that? The cavern or the ravine or the ravine?
Yeah.
Was it the ravine?
Like trench.
Trench. Mariana's Trench. That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
So they should have censored. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but it was
like they did this whole thing where
from a lot of movies to make
like it like with the whole Manta thing. Yeah, and what Mike's saying, they should have condensed the Indiana Jones section of the movie and dump Black Panther. But it's like they concentrated way too much on their story, on like the Black Mana's story, and it was weird. It's like, why they were trying to make you feel sorry for his dad because he was he knew he was gonna die.
But
Like,
they
who
were
gives a shit?
Yeah,
I know the guy's a fucking bad guy. Like, why go into this long story? Like, who gives a shit? Yeah, okay. The Mana was all you had to do was say Mana was a pirate, and he's out for revenge. Because he can't kill Aquaman with normal ways. I mean, it could have been so much simpler, and that would have cut the movie down another half hour probably.
That dude, like, honestly, like, you didn't like it. I kind of like the Black Mana piece because, I remember very little from the cartoons because I was really young, and like that's when I was like making my sandwiches and sitting in front of the TV and being like, hey, "Grandma, give me another one." But like the Black Mana part, it's like, what did we really know? I'm sure somebody out there knows a great deal about Black Mana, but I'm saying the general public. What did the general public really know about Black Mana? Or when they saw him in the movie, like they're like, "Who in the fuck is this guy?" And then their parents are sitting there like, "Oh, the Justice League, and then the Legion of Doom." I remember this cartoon from a kid, and the Legion of Doom ship came up out of the swamp,
Yeah.
Like just that's all we really remember. That's all I really remember from Black Mana. So I don't know if anybody else remembers more. Maybe they've read comics since they've gotten adult, and stuff like that, and gotten more into it. But like, I was kind of intrigued by the Black Mana piece. So that's just me.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is
who gives a shit about
they didn't need it. I mean, realistically, like they could have completely done away with the whole Black Mana thing, and I don't think the movie would have been that much different. And then bring him in at the end or something to say, hey, this is going to be the bad guy.
Or that's when he actually got his gear.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be like they made him all like technology savvy, like this guy can do this with gear that he's never seen before in his life, and he can program it. Now he can write code to fucking make his eyes work in a series. And he's like, well, I need a bigger helmet. And that first helmet looked more like the original helmet than his big ass one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and his story was really irrelevant to the story because it wasn't about, the movie wasn't about him and Aquaman. It was about Aquaman getting back to, his people and becoming king and all that bullshit. So the only time that Mana was relevant in the story was at the end whenever he's fighting Aquaman.
Yeah, it was the start, the middle, and the end. Everything else in between was filler. Like, like that was more of the story, I thought. And then, Mike Delaney talks about the Green Goblin showing up, William Dafoe.
Yeah. Which is funny. We were talking about that on the last episode, our last main episode.
Yeah.
We were talking about all the actors that have crossed over from DC into Marvel. Now you got him that's crossed back over to DC.
Right. I don't know. Who was the Night Owl? I don't even remember. Do you remember what the
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Mike, who is that? He'll tell us here in a second. We got a bit of a delay. Yeah. But I wasn't really thrilled about the movie. Like there was all this hype that it was supposed to be a great movie and this and that, and then I was pretty disappointed.
Yeah, I was disappointed too, but I did, and like I know we differ in that opinion. I did enjoy the Black Mana piece. Like that's just, you know what? Give me a different Aquaman. Give me the same Black Mana. And oh, the Watchmen. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know a lot about the Watchmen either, besides Big Blue Penises. Anyways.
Yeah. So Ocean Master, he says too. That was like just the.
Oh yeah.
Stupidest name for it's just a stupid title. I mean, it's a stupid ass name.
He was like when he was in that outfit at the end. That is the Ocean Master.
I know. It's just
like that's how I remember him.
It's just a cheesy name,
Yeah. So I wonder where they're gonna go with it. I didn't read a lot of DC or anything like that. I know Jeff is a DC guy. Fucking Mike's he just retains weird knowledge. Mike.
Yep.
I apologize for 1987, by the way, Mike. I'll do it again. He's like, what? From the holiday special.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already forgot about that.
I didn't forget about it because I knew what I meant.
I know. Thanks for bringing it back up, douchebag.
It's all right. I meant 78, which still would have been wrong, but yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where are we at next? We got something else.
Yeah, let's talk about your you got the PlayStation Classic. Let's talk about that.
So the PlayStation Classic, and I'm doing all the talking.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You might have to talk for a minute. I gotta run upstairs real quick. So just talk to the people.
You got your drinks there. Hey, buddy.
I gotta pee.
You gotta pee. Get a catheter. Anyways, so the PlayStation Classic, I've had it for a month now. I enjoyed. There were some parts to it that I didn't enjoy. There's a channel that I watch, RGT85. I don't know if any of you guys watch him or if Mike watches him or stuff like that, but he's a good reviewer of all things video game, right? He really hasn't hopped into the VR realm or anything like that, but he does stay to the class retro gamer RGT85. Anyways, so he got it and he was ranting because of how many versions of the game were released in PAL, and there's a ton of them that were released in PAL, and we'll post a list up later of all of them because I don't want to sit here and say something and then be wrong because then Mike would eat my face. But anyways, so yeah, they released them in PAL. The frame rate's shittier when it's in PAL and all that stuff, and like there's the menus very plain, drab. There's not a lot to it, so the only audio you get in the startup is the same as the regular startup when you hit the PlayStation back in the day, and it did that whole wong and then went to Sony. So, and it's white with the orange like diamond or the square or whatever it was. And then you don't have any, you have just a beep beep when you're changing through the menus. It's very, very dry, you know, compared to like say the classic NES or the classic SNES or any of those other systems that are out there and that have claimed, you know, like we're a reboot of our system and now we're giving you the better resolution, the frame rate, everything that you want compared to what you were back in the day with the 420p or the 720p or whatever, 420. I heard
420 noise.
So I was talking about the frame resolution and how you get a better frame resolution when you went to the HDMI outputs on the NES Classic or the Super NES Classic, and then the Sony PlayStation Classic ends up not even being they're the cheap knockoff ROMs of their own games. So it's like they went to a ROM site and put it on this system. They don't even dress up the sidebars like the other two consoles did. They don't do anything to improve upon it. What's up, Keelan? And it's just, this is why I haven't answered your text and I'm doing this. Sorry. So Sony dropped the ball on the PlayStation Classic. They released a whole bunch of their versions in PAL. There's only like 5 games that are NTC, and it's the only thing good about the system from what I've been hearing is the controllers. Like the controllers they're a little bit like they're the same as the originals, but they're beefier. Like you can feel like they were well built, you know what I mean? So, and then there is some hacks that are going around. You can actually put in your own ROMs, you know, you can actually run other games on there. You can put in all the Sega Master System, I think it is.
Well, you knew that wouldn't take long.
Yeah. So just like there's a hack for my arcade 1-up, and I just haven't done it yet. All you got to do is weld in, solder in a USB thing so you can plug in a keyboard so you can access the there's like 6 more games or something like that on there. There's a whole bunch more games on that device right there that are just, you need to be jailbroke. So yeah, so that's it with that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they did a whole lot of advertising for that PlayStation because it was like I heard about it, and then it was all of a sudden it was like it was out. It was like, well, shit, you know, Nintendo, man, they built up this big hype and all that stuff. And you heard about it for like a year before it even came out.
Yeah, I was kind of following it. Like, I know everybody's like, because Kalen's saying right here, right now, he's like, vintage toy lines are getting crazy in their prices, especially after what we talked about before, the Toys That Made Us and all these other shows, and like, and all these reboots of stuff happening and soon to be reboots, which will bring us on to our next subject, which I don't have a lot to talk about to that. I just know what I read on Google Newsfeed and stuff like that. And Mike, you'll probably want to sit around for this, and Keelan, because this goes into the Motu realm. But so with the PlayStation Classic, it's just been, you know, they're like, hey, guess what? I think all these vintage consoles are actually going to do something good. Let's jump on the bandwagon, bro, before we lose out on getting a quick payday.
Right.
Like, that's what they did. So they're like, here, to slam some ROMs on this little wannabe retro pie, stuff it inside something that looks like a PlayStation, put 3 buttons on it, give them 2 controllers, call it good. Don't even give them a plug-in.
What they should have done if they were smart is when the NES Classic came out, and you know, 2 weeks later they were gone. You couldn't find them anywhere, and people were scalping them for 10 times their cost. They should have released it then, because that would I think they'd have made a shit ton of money then, because it was still right at the beginning of the hype. And I think they'd have made a killing.
Well, Sony's had so much on their thing, you know what I mean? Like, they're trying to chase the VR world. They're trying to chase the high-end video game market. They're trying to do so much, and it seems like their team's not as big as it once was, when it was like when PlayStation 2 took off, right? PlayStation was great, and then PlayStation 2 was introduced in like what, 2001? And and that thing blew the hell up. They're like, hey, let's put a network adapter on this. And then they're the first ones to put a network adapter. Let's do multiplayer, you know, and like all this crap. And then you're like, Sega Dreamcast had a network adapter, but who had Sega Dreamcast? Come on.
Right. Who the fuck had internet back then, too?
Yeah. And this is early 2000s when people were really starting to get internet, and you get it, you know? So I don't know, man. What's up, Libby? You're unplugging my shit. Dog, get off my cord.
Well, talking about vintage toy prices, man, they are getting crazy. Like, so I had a guy, and then people on the opposite end of the spectrum wanting shit for nothing. You know, you've always got that. One of the groups that I'm in, guy posted on there that he collects Ghost Rider, you know, the Toy Biz Ghost Rider guys.
Yeah.
And I said, I've got one here. Should have actually got it.
Sorry, I wanted to join this.
You know, I've got this right here, and it's in, dude, the card's perfect. You know, I mean, it's in beautiful shape. No issues with the bubble or nothing. And he was like, yeah. And I even said, if you're interested, I said, just shoot me an offer, or I said, or, you know, I'll be always willing to be trading for the X-Men guys.
Yeah.
So then he responds and he says, well, he goes, how much do you want for it? I'm like, dude, what fucking part of making an offer don't you understand? So I was like, okay, I'll tell you what. I said, I'll give it to you for $15 plus shipping. Because I mean, most of my guys, I spend anywhere from $10 to $15. And, you know, with this thing being, I don't know what the rarity of this guy is, but I mean, it's in fucking perfect shape. It's worth $15. Then the guy comes back at me like I'm an asshole. Like I'm trying to overcharge him. He's like, oh, I buy those things all day long for $7 or $8. I'm like, dude, I don't think I've ever got a figure. Huh?
Make a fucking offer. Like,
yeah.
Sorry, it's just like, you're gonna sit there and complain. Dog, why are you humping my leg? You're a girl.
Right. Then he's gonna come back at me and lowball me. I'm like, dude, like, I don't mind giving people breaks, especially if they're good friends and shit, but like, I don't know you, and I'm always willing to help another collector. I was like, but I'm not gonna lose money on one of my items, because I know that I probably spent at least 10 or 12 bucks on it. So I mean, if he would have come back and said, hey man, would you do it for 10? I would have given it to him.
Sorry. I had to do that.
What?
I moved the camera and Libby was humping my leg.
Oh,
I don't know what's wrong with her. She's a girl. Why does she? What? I think she might be a lesbian.
But yeah, you know, the last few Toy Biz or toy shows that I've been to, man, like the Toy Biz shit's non-existent anymore. It's crazy. Like the one main guy that I've gotten a lot of my stuff from. I was talking to him. I said, "What's been going on?" I said, "The last few times I've been here, man, you haven't had anything." And I bought some of the big figures, some of the 12-inch tall guys that you see, you know, like these, but that's all he had. He's like, "Man," he goes, "I haven't had any carded Toy Biz figures in a while." He goes, "They're really hard to find."
So exactly like $15, motherfucker.
Yeah. Make a fucking offer. If somebody says make an offer, make an offer. You know, I was like, worst I can do is say no. I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty excited. I got a sorceress coming. No big deal.
do you?
Yeah, I got the loyal subjects sorceress. So
Is it hard? Is it a rare?
Yeah, it's not rare. It's just being very freaking sought after right now. So
Really? Wonder why.
no, Keelan, I'm not a girl. Cause like I don't know what the numbers are on it. I don't have one of the boxes by me. I'm sure Mike knows. But the sorceress, it's like there was one on eBay for like, don't you go outside. On eBay, like somebody had one up for a bid, you know what I mean? And like the price skyrocketed to like $50 for a loyal subject, a thing that shouldn't be more than $14.99.
Yeah, price gouging. Jeez,
Yeah.
fuck,
Well,
man.
no, it's not price gouging because they were doing bids and it got that high bidding.
Well, I guess that's different then if it's bidding. But
Like, yeah, if they put it up there for $50 or best offer, that's like some bullshit.
yeah,
So bidding, who knows where it started? I don't know. Oh, she's 1 of 24. Hot topic.
so it's a hot topic, like the store.
Yeah, they have the loyal subjects there.
So it's an exclusive for them.
Club 28s go for 1,000. Yeah, it's an
What the hell
exclusive.
is Club 28?
So it's the Orko and fuck, what's the other one? See, I'm horrible. It's not. It's Noob and some other shit. But like, I don't have the box in front of me, so I'm sure Mike can explain in the comments here in a second. But me and Keelan, we've kind of been like checking in on our hot topic and all that stuff. We're kind of excited. So March, I guess we're supposed to get Panther and Battle Cat. Club 28s go for 1,000. So there's like what? Yeah, Snoob, and Wondar, and fucking Albert. Like, I don't want to put his blast out there, but I know a dude who has fucking Wondar.
You already said his name.
They don't know.
Albert. Yeah.
Albertsons.
Albert.
United Market. Randor. Yeah. See, Mike wants the freaking Randor because that's his picture right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Cool, man. All right. Well, on our third and final topic here.
Yeah, dude, we're doing some good time here. My phone.
Yeah.
We're right at an hour.
Yep.
We're doing right. What was our last topic?
She-Ra.
Oh, what happened? She-Ra. So Mike is here, and he could probably give a little bit more intel on this whole aspect, right? But I saw some stuff on Google that says they confirmed that He-Man will not make an appearance in the new She-Ra, be it season whatever the fuck insert. He will never be there. He will never be there. So
who cares?
I care.
Why?
Because if they showed He-Man, then maybe they'll reboot
it. Wouldn't be the same thing anyway. It's that shitty anime style drawing anyway.
You're right. And I wonder what he'd look like. If they would say
that's the only reason you want to see him, because you're curious as to what he would look like, how they would draw him.
Yeah, how they would draw him, because he'd be like, "What the fuck is this, dude?" He's supposed to be all like jacked and oh, speaking of He-Man, back to Aquaman. He-Man was in Aquaman.
He was, yes, Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I had to throw that in. We didn't say anything about it. Oh my god, he acted so much better in Aquaman than he did He-Man. Anyways, back to
Mike says she said she has no idea how to do He-Man and doesn't think anyone else knows how to do him either. What do you mean? You talking about the
artist? She's
the
afraid.
artist?
That's her way of saying she's afraid to fucking do it because
she would probably get put on blast, dude.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't matter how she does it. Everybody would hate it, or a lot of people would hate. Not everybody.
Hello, retro guys.
Who's that? Oh, what's up, man?
Yeah. So the artist says she doesn't know how to do it. So let's see what else did Mike say here. Oh, that's it. I don't think she knows how to draw him, period. I don't think she knows how to draw, period. How about that? Like, I know a lot of you guys like the new She-Ra and all that stuff. I know people are like, oh, but the storyline's great. I'm like, fuck me. Anyways, so as in, oh god, now. Oh my god, I just read Mike's comment. He's surprised that She-Ra is not transitioned. Man. I identify myself as He-Man. But you're She-Ra. We're one and the same.
Yeah.
Is this Bangkok Turnia? What is this?
Oh, he says nice guitar. Thanks, dude. That is a 1969 Lyle guitar, dude. If you look at the headstock, if you're familiar with guitars at all, it's got the Gibson headstock on it. This is actually this is the only brand that didn't get sued by Gibson because even though it's a made in Japan, but it was actually imported and sold under one of like Gibson's like sub companies or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, it's cool. It's something that I picked up a while back. Actually traded a guy a Yamaha digital piano for it because his son owned this and he wanted to play piano. So
I want you to play it. I want you to play it tonight. Play him a little something.
Dude, I don't think this thing's even tuned. Oh my God.
You're gonna tap. All right, future show. Make you come back.
Yeah, I will do that.
Make you come back. A honky tonk man. yeah. So let's get where we at? You got us all off topic.
We were talking about She-Ra.
Yeah, She-Ra and how the artist won't be able to draw him, and I know like Mike Delaney's like, oh my God, yes, I hate it so much, and he's like in his chair right now with his softbox lights on because he just got done painting again or something. I don't know, and he's like, I hate this.
like you said earlier, shaking fist in the shaking fist
in air, asterisk. So, dude, I don't know, man. So, if anybody else watches this in the future or whatever, and because I know we get views after it because we keep this posted. Dog, don't hit my tripod. Really need some people. If you've got the Oculus and you just don't play a multiplayer or whatever, you should try it out. Turmoil 77, same as PlayStation, but it's 1977. Same as Xbox. It is the same as Xbox. Turmoil.
That's spelled T-E-R.
Yes, T-E-R-M-O-I-L, because the real Turmoil was taken.
Because you're lame.
Because you're lame.
Triggered.
Triggered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great one, man. That's a great one. So,
yeah. Have they made a toy line for the new She-Ras?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Mike, I know you're watching still.
Football radio announcer. You obviously are talking about my microphone.
Yes, he's talking about your microphone.
Well, thank you.
Come on, give us a let's get ready to rumble.
I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't fucked with this shit in so long. And welcome to the show. Where are we at here? Hold on. Yeah, this shit. And we're back here live at Hot 99.6 and your radio dial with the Hot 99.28356789110 with your dial, Adam. Bring us on home to the radio show and let them know what we're doing. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Dude, we're not playing radio again. That was terrible the first time we did it. It was awful. It was fun, but we were both drunk too at the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Different options in here. God, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. What's this one do? Let's find out. What does this one do?
No.
AP Jones is watching. Welcome to the stream.
What's up, buddy? What's up, Nick?
Nick.
My boy, Nick. Mean Gene. Yes, he was an amazing announcer. Scott Hanna says the new She-Ra confuses me because there doesn't seem to be a tie-in with He-Man. Also, McMullen is a sexy beast.
Thanks, buddy.
I should have read that before I should have read it before I said it.
Yeah. Scott Hanna is even more
false,
beast, but you can't see him, so
false statement, sir. False statement.
No, Scott Hanna looks just like Rio Blast.
Yeah.
Now Google Rio Blast.
Yep.
You should have been on here earlier, buddy. It was freaking awesome. They don't plan on doing a tie-in. We get it. We get it, Keelan. The artist can't draw. That's why they don't want to do a tie-in, because somebody can't draw. And they suck. Anyways.
It would have been shitty anyway if they did, so.
Yeah.
Moving on. All right, are we gonna call it a wrap? Make it a short show.
We could call it a wrap.
Okay. You want to call it a wrap?
Do you want me to call it a wrap?
A wrap.
Well, we just like to tell you, thank you all for stopping by and hanging out with us. It was absolutely wonderful. Now that we have 6 viewers, we're about to just jet out of this mofo like a bad pair of pajamas.
I'll tell you what, we'll hang out on Facebook Live for a little bit longer, but we're gonna go ahead and in the podcast part of it.
Podcast portion.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in and listening with your beautiful ears. And ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with living in the past.
All right. Well, that was a fast send out. Bye.